Well, if you click on this video with the expectation that you are going to get some practical, straight to the point guide on how you can actually be consistent at doing positive things like exercising, studying, practicing your art, literally anything, well, hey, you've come to the right place. Hi, I'm Laksana, just an average guy trying to be consistent. And one of my biggest achievement in being consistent is that I currently have a more than 170 days straight morning push-up streak fully documented on my Instagram. You can just check it out. And also I want to be the best at helping people build consistency. That's why I try to rehearse consistently. And hey, I want to say thank you. Thank you for actually caring about your life, because if you actually want to change your life to the better through implementing some positive things consistently, I actually really do appreciate that. So there won't be much editing applied to this video. Yeah, because I need to, record every single day, and yeah. You got it. I don't have an editor, okay, currently. So I hope you understand. But I hope you are going to be one of the serious ones that actually stick till the end of this video. And hey, this is April 30th, 2025, and this is gonna be day 296 of consistently helping people build consistency. So when we are talking about how to stay consistent at doing things, the thing that we actually need to ask to ourselves is, what is the biggest obstacle on being consistent? What's the biggest thing that's making us not being able to stay consistent? So the thing that we are going to be doing here is really practical. Grab a pen, right, and a paper, and ask ourselves, okay, write this on the paper. What's the biggest obstacle that's making me cannot be consistent at doing my, for example, exercise? Why cannot I exercise consistently? Okay, so we might come to the answer something like, oh yeah, it's because I'm lazy. Okay, well, that's good, but here's the thing: be completely honest with yourself. Okay, we do not want any shallow answer. We want some deep answer. Well, you can write that, hey, yeah, I'm lazy, but you just do not stop there. Okay, you need to ask even way more questions, way deeper questions, and be honest with yourself, because we want to fix this problem. Okay, keep asking yourself, why are you lazy? Okay, why don't you want to do your exercise? Why don't you want to do your exercise? Okay, why? So okay, be completely honest with yourself. It's not cringe. This paper, the only person that's going to read this paper is you. Okay, so please be completely honest with yourself. And no, it's not cringe. Your life story is not cringe. Your problem is not cringe. Okay, so just be completely honest with yourself. So why are you lazy? Let's, for example, the answer is going to be, oh yeah, I'm lazy because I don't really like the feeling of exercising. I don't really like the feeling of starting to exercise. It feels uncomfortable. For example, ask again to ourselves, okay, we are gathering more, more answers, okay, more clues, right? Why? What is precisely the thing that's making you feel uncomfortable when you start to exercise? Just be completely honest with yourself, okay? It might be something like, oh, you know what? Actually, I'm kind of afraid if people watch me, and I'm just being a beginner in this field, and I, did this wrong, did that wrong. People think that I'm stupid, and so on and so on. And I do not want that to happen. And you know what? I just do not want to be seen as a beginner. I don't want to people to see me as someone that's weak. And you know what? It feels uncomfortable when I just start something, right? Something new, right? For example, exercising, because I have a deep fear that people are going to judge me, okay? And I don't like to be judged. Okay, so on this example case, we are gathering more and more knowledge, more and more information, deeper understanding of why actually we cannot be consistent, okay? In this case, it's because we are actually fear. We are actually afraid, okay? We are actually being fearful, being afraid, being anxious about how people might judge us, okay? And actually, that's pretty natural. But we do not want this fear, okay, to become an obstacle for us to exercise consistently, right? We want to exercise consistently because we know that it's something healthy, it's something that's good, it's the right thing to do. So basically, the thing that we are going to be doing here is we are going to try to look at this problem, to look at this, to look at our feelings in a different way, in a better, more objective, more clear perspective. So the thing that we are going to be doing here is that we are going to be asking questions to ourselves. Okay, let's see our problem in an objective view. So ask ourselves like, hey, you know what? Yeah, actually, it's not really feeling that great to be judged by other people. It feels uncomfortable. But comparatively, isn't it going to be way even more uncomfortable when you do not do the thing that you should be doing? You didn't do the thing that you should be doing, the right thing to do, the positive thing to do. Exercising, you want to be healthy, right? You want to be, looking good in the mirror, right? You want to have some self-respect for yourself, okay? And one of the way to actually achieve self-respect is through exercising, okay? Because when you exercise, you are actually proving to yourself that, hey, I'm actually working hard on my health on a day-to-day basis. I'm actually care about myself, about my life. That's why I exercise on a day-to-day basis. Is our fear of being judged by other people gonna let us not do the thing that is really that important for our life? Ask ourselves that kind of questions. So again, do you really want to spend your whole life worrying about what people might think? Okay, to stop you doing the thing that you should be doing, like exercising, like studying, like maybe practicing the art that you are passionate about. Okay, you do not want that to happen, right? So basically create a conclusion. For example, the conclusion is, yeah, I'm actually feeling afraid being judged by other people, but hey, I'm not going to let those judgments, right, those judgments, to stop me doing the thing that I should be doing, like exercising, the positive things that I should be doing. And anyway, even if I, even if I don't perform that well, even if I'm a beginner, there are actually going to be people who are not going to judge me. There are going to be people who actually appreciate me for starting, that are going to respect me for starting, okay? Not everyone is going to judge me. There are going to be positive, supportive people out there, okay? And I need to be the first person, right, to be the first human to become that person, okay, that I actually support myself, that actually being positive to myself. And the way I actualize it is by overcoming my fear, okay, and know what's the priority. Okay, the priority is to exercise, the priority is to study, even if that means that, hey, I need to feel uncomfortable being a beginner and make mistakes. Well, anyway, if I actually like just stay consistent enough and I actually learn, okay, learn the right way to exercise, learn the right way to study, I'm going to get better and better eventually, right? And you know what? I might actually inspire other people, okay? When I, stay consistent for years and years, overcoming my fears, I can actually inspire other people to do the same thing. I can bring positive impact, not only for my own life, but also for other people's life. So the thing that we are going to be doing here is that we are going to be reading this paper, okay, with our problem, the questions, and also the conclusion. We are going to be reading it on a day-to-day basis right before we do our routine. It can be, right before we do our exercise, right before we do our studying, right before we do our practicing, and so on and so on. Okay? Basically, reading this paper is going to be a part, okay, a part of the routine itself. Before I study, I read this paper. Before I exercise, I read this paper. Before I practice, I read this paper. Okay? So why this is important and why this is going to be helping us to stay consistent? One, we are basically reminding ourselves on a day-to-day basis about the problem we are currently facing and the right perspective to see that problem, okay? And secondly, not only that we are reminding ourselves, we are actually proving to ourselves that, hey, not only that I know about the right perspective, I'm actually implementing it, okay? Because right after I read that paper, even if I still have the fear, okay, even if I still have the fear to be judged by other people, I still do it. I still do the exercise. And that's precisely what my conclusion says. Okay? To still do the thing regardless. Okay? Regardless. To do the positive thing regardless. Okay? If it's positive, then you do it. Even if you feel a little bit uncomfortable being judged by other people. Okay? So that's the reason why this is going to be effective. And yeah, that's just a sample of a story. Just an example. You have your own story, just personalize it to yourself, be honest with yourself, completely honest, and I hope you are going to be consistent at whatever positive things that you are going to be doing. And thank you for watching. That's how you actually stay consistent. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Would really appreciate that. Join our Discord, and you can also support my work on Coffee. And thank you so much for watching. And for today's date, Authenticity Post, today is April 30th, 2025, and Mimzar posted today. He is on another planet post last 24 hours GMT plus 7, but this video might be uploaded like 1 or 2 days later. Thank you.